Hello and welcome everybody to the Gigantamax Machamp battle guide video. Hope that you're all doing good and hope that with the remote max battle capability, you should be able to give this one a shot, whether you're able to go in person battling it this Sunday or remotely. So let me know in the comments below, are you going to give this a go? I know not everybody is interested in the Dynamax and Gigantamax stuff, but let's dive into the attackers, defenders and healers and the strategy needed to take on this overgrown fighting type. The Gmax battle day, of course, is this Sunday, 2 to 5 p.m. May the 25th. It's going to cost you 800 max particles per battle. If you're remoting the battles, you'll need a remote raid pass to link up with that as well. And thankfully, we do have pretty decent counters versus this one, but Gmax Machamp is set out to be a very, very strong, usable Pokemon. Of course, it's Machamp, what else? But pure fighting type means it has 3 weaknesses. You've got Fairy, there isn't really anything in the meta at the moment, Flying and Psychic, and thankfully we have those 2 typings covered. The 100% CP you will want to hopefully get is 1746. It should be a 1 in 20-ish shiny rate, so look out for the green one, people. Good luck. And straight away with the attackers, so Dynamax Metagross is taking the top spot here. It's going to resist most of the fighting moves that Machamp could throw at it, but also that Zen Headbutt unlocking Max Mindstorm is going to be the primary attacking move on it. If you're able to take on a Dynamax Moltres, this with the flying type move is going to be absolutely awesome and very, very usable too. You'll notice there's a lack of Gigantamax Pokemon featured here, and that's because we haven't had a Gigantamax Psychic or Flying or Fairy Pokemon as of yet, so it's all Dynamax at the moment. Dynamax Charizard, making sure it has the flying type move Wing Attack on it to unlock Max Airstream. Dynamax Unfezant, probably one of the cheaper counters to go and take on, so maybe you have one of those available. Gigantamax or Dynamax Gengar is saying here, if you have the Gigantamax, it's probably preferable because it will do significantly more damage. We're straying now into kind of the general attackers. Obviously, Gigantamax and Dynamax Toxtricity are somewhat usable as well, being pretty neutral. And finally, a duplication but with a different move. Honestly, discount D-Max Charizard at the bottom there because you should just TM on Wing Attack. I can't remember if it's an elite TM or not. Of course, your attacking squad are the ones that have the max attack move up to tier 3. Get it to tier 2 or tier 3 during the course of this week if you haven't done so already. One attacker that you're going to keep in the slot at the back, and we will build our team at the end of the video, of course, to show what I'm going to be using. Before jumping any further into the battle guide, a big thanks as always to every single person who's a part of the amazing and wonderful Patreon squad who take the support of the channel and the content to the next level. And honestly, I say it every single time, but I really do mean it, is that your support goes so far and it really, really does make a huge impact here with what we're able to do and produce. So an enormous thanks to every single person on the rolling credits in these videos. The defenders list. Now, obviously the defenders are kind of what you might want to be utilizing as your tank when you're not in the Dynamax or Gigantamax form part of the battle. You're just spamming the fast moves. So something that can provide good energy production and also is quite tanky. Gigantamax Blastoise is going to be the top pick with Water Gun on it. Gmax Venusaur is also in here because they resist the fighting and the rock and the dark moves that Gmax Machamp could throw at you. Rillaboom with Scratch, again, that's kind of going to resist the moves, which is great. Gigantamax Charizard, unless you face Rock Slide, maybe a bit of a problem, but Dynamax Blissey is still in there, it's still tanky, but because of course Blissey and Snorlax, they're weak to fighting moves, so that's why they're not featured so dominantly in this list like they have been before. However, the role of a defender in this battle guide here is the one that has the Max Guard, the shield move powered up. I find myself not really utilizing that move terribly much, but if you want to have a defender primed and ready, one of those Pokemon will do very nicely. A pick that I would say that isn't in this list is Dynamax Blastoise. That's much cheaper, more easily accessible than Gigantamax Blastoise, and we have been using that quite a lot recently. I would think it was in the previous battle guide as well. So Dynamax Blastoise is proving very versatile. Finally, the list of healers isn't too different, to be honest, apart from the introduction of Dynamax Metagross, of course. That is going to very strongly resist most of the moves, apart from Payback, and Gigantamax and Dynamax Pokemon in these max battles can learn some legacy moves. So if you face on Payback, Metagross may get KO'd. Gigantamax Lapras is listed here as well. Now, where this varies, of course, is the fact that these are listed as healers. That means that these are the Pokemon you're going to bring into the Dynamax part of the battle. They have the Spirit move. They're going to provide the healing, the Max Spirit move on that. If you're bringing these into battle, battle, just bear in mind in the non-Dynamax part of the battles, Lapras is weak to fighting moves. So just bear that in mind. It could get KO'd quite quickly in its standard form. I'm really hoping that the remote capability for this Max Battle Day is going to prove incredibly useful for so many of you guys out there, because I'm definitely going to be trying to invite people. We can invite people. We can invite, I think, up to 10 people, and you can join through the friends list as well. It's important to remember that once you've joined the Max Battle, the remote raid pass gets consumed into the location, but the Max Particles won't be taken until after the battle has been completed. You could lose your remote raid pass, but you won't lose your Max Particles. So if you're towards the end of the 30-minute timer on a Max Battle, probably best not to jump in on the remote capability because you could lose your pass. You can see here that the Machamp move pool is incredibly diverse and varied. So we've got lots of fighting moves, but a lot of offset moves too. We've got Cross Chop, Dynamic Punch, Submission, which is a legacy move, but it will potentially learn it. Close Combat is also another fighting move. However, Rock Slide and Stone Edge, they are going to absolutely annihilate your Moltres and your Charizard because they're flying types. Heavy Slam being a steel type move is kind of okay. It's not going to do too much damage, I would say. That's more to combat if there were fairy Pokemon being utilized, but Payback is hysterically the Community Day Classic exclusive move for the day before. Payback, dark type move, that is going to absolutely destroy Metagross. I think it's time we build our team, people. Don't forget you can jump into the team building part of the game by hitting the Pokeball menu, hitting the battle tab, swiping on over, and here it is alongside of your gym and raid battle party. So D-Max Suicune, we can delete that team and make a new one. I'm choosing Blastoise, a Dynamax 98 for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, obviously it's good on the energy production. So it's good with Water Gun, very, very spammy. It's quite tanky as well, and it's not super weak to any of the moves that the champ will throw at it, unlike Gengar. Do have a Gigantamax 98, but that will be weak to Payback if we face off against it. The other thing, of course, is that Metagross, prime counter, prime attacker. However, Zen Headbutt is nowhere near as good at producing energy to get the max meter to full so you can Dynamax or Gigantamax as fast as possible. What we're going to do, though, is put in Dynamax Moltres, because this should be quite good as attacker, and we will bring in a Metagross as well. So I'm actually going for tank, attacker, attacker for now. We may adjust the team when it comes to the battle day, but my thinking behind this is the fact that Blastoise should stick into the battle pretty consistently. All of these Pokemon have max moves at tier 3, so they've really been worked on. If I was going to choose something, I would probably swap out the Moltres for something else, possibly the Rillaboom, just to provide another tank. So there we go. That is my max battle team there. Let me know your squad down below, and again, are you going to give this a crack? If you enjoyed this video and you like to see more Pokemon Go content, hit that subscribe button, and of course stick around, and hope to see you all very soon. If you enjoyed this, click on one of the videos here, maybe the previous Gmax Battle Day, and check out this video here for another Dynamax session if you like the Max Battle stuff. But I will see you all hopefully in the next one. Do take care.